YouTube, it's Real Rob Boy back with another video. Look, a lot of times in life we gonna think that our enemies is our friends, you know. I mean, and some is, some isn't, but we're gonna think the majority of the people that want to see us fail is individuals that don't know us, meaning, and that's not the case. You got to understand something, especially as a man. And if you're a man of God, if you're a man of God, if you work for God, this is my thing. If you are a light worker, if you are an individual that possesses a true heart, meaning a pure heart, your biggest enemy is not going to be your friends. Your biggest enemy is not going to be your coworkers. Your biggest enemy not going to be who you expect it to be, meaning your biggest enemy is going to be, I'm finna be honest, your biggest enemy is going to be your parent, whether you like it or not. And a lot of people, they still don't want to. I never get tired of talking about it. I never get tired of talking about it. Your biggest enemy, the person that want to destroy you and see you fail the most, is going to be your own mother, your own father. This is for people. This is for highly strong individuals. This is for individuals who possess, who was called by God in order to carry out a specific purpose. You got to understand that your parent, the person that want to see you fail the most, the person that's going to do everything in their power to try to break you, to try to mentally, spiritually, emotionally screw you over, is going to be your mom, is going to be your dad, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. Because this the thing, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how bad you try, and this the thing, no matter how bad you try to love your parent, you got to understand something. You got to understand something. We do love these people. You got to love them. And then on top of that, we forgive them. Not for y'all, but I forgave you for me, because I don't want to harbor hatred and resentment. And that's the right thing to do. You have to forgive your parents, and also you have to honor your parents. But this the thing, you don't honor parents that's not worth being honorable, because a lot of parents, you can't honor somebody that's not worth honoring. You cannot. Because they don't deserve that. And a lot of people parents, they don't deserve to be honored, because they're not parents. I mean, they're not mothers and fathers. They're just parents. They just had children out of wedlock. So on top of that, they don't understand what love is. They don't understand how to treat individuals. They don't understand how to raise children, because guess what? Children had children. Let me say that one more time. Children had children. One more time. Children had children. So if a child, this is the thing, if a child has a child, that means that the child had, you can't even teach this child how to become an adult, because guess what? You are also a child. And this is what people have to understand. A lot of people, parents, they're not adults, they're children. Psychologically, they're children, and they don't love. They don't know how to love. Yeah, especially, and this is the thing. If you're a man, especially, and I know this don't have, I'm not racist, especially the black community, people got to understand something about the black community. The black community, our mothers black mothers is literally the number one reason why black men of today's society and throughout history have been declining and by failing. It's more than, you have to understand something. Let me tell you something. It's okay. Let me tell you something. It's better. Let me tell you something. It's better. Sometimes it's better to have an absent father than to be living with a single mother. I'm gonna say that one more time. Sometimes it's best to have it's better to have an absent father than to live with a single mother. I'm finna be honest, and a lot of people ain't ready to talk about this, but I'm finna be honest. Single black mothers is the reason why the black community is on a downward spiral. A lot of people ain't ready to talk about this. We already know how bad our fathers ran out. We know they ain't nothing, but this the thing. It's more than just our fathers. It's the mother also. You have to understand something. The black community, we come from, this the thing. We come from nothing. It doesn't matter how much money we got. It doesn't matter how much clothes you put on my back. It doesn't matter what you do to an individual. Those are superficial and materialism. Those things don't fill the void in your heart. And I'm just keeping this 100, especially black men. Black men in general, you got to understand something. We had it the worst. Whether people want to admit it or not, we got it the worst. Not only do we grow up with our fathers, our mothers is the devil. That's what people got to understand something. I don't care if my daddy ran out. This the thing we have to deal with. This the thing we got to deal with, the pain in which our mothers had in the resentment. This the thing we carry, the burden and the pain that our mothers passed on due to the fact that they failed to love their men. They failed to take accountability. They failed to self-reflect. They failed to choose the right partner to have children with. So now once they have children, they take it out on the children due to the simple fact that the child is a resemblance of a man that they lost. You got to understand something. Black men and black people in general, we walk around 24/7 with other people's burden. We've been traumatized and we've been broken for no reason. This the thing we suffer. This the thing we suffer due to the fact that other people didn't heal. This the thing black people suffer. This the thing black people suffer due to the fact that a lot of people in the black community, they did not heal. They didn't want to heal. They didn't want to take accountability for their actions. A lot of people don't want to heal. So guess what? Once they see that you are an innocent person, once they see that you're not making the mistakes they made, once they see this is your parents. Once your parents see that you is nothing like the man that once your mother sees that if you're a man that you're no longer like the man that left her, like the man that just got her pregnant and left. Because this the thing, she's taking on. This the thing, black mothers, y'all taking y'all anger and frustration out on y'all sons due to the fact that y'all failed to choose the right man. We got to deal with that burden. We got to suffer because y'all couldn't keep y'all legs closed. And it hurts. That's what people got to understand something. It hurts. You got to understand something. We was innocent. We're innocent. This the thing. We're innocent. But now, due to the fact that you don't like my daddy, you're not even a good person. Due to the fact that you was not shown how to be a real woman. Then on top of that, you didn't go to God. A lot of people problems stem for them not having God in life, but we talking in terms of on the terms of a psychological level right now. The truth in the matter is the reason why the black community is going downhill. The reason why black people in general is lost is due to the fact that they have been abused for nothing. They have been receiving anger and frustration for nothing, for what somebody else did to their parents. So now they got to deal with the burden of being somebody's sacrificial lamb. They got to deal with the burden of being somebody's punching bag. They got to deal with the burden of being somebody's play toy. This is what our parents is doing. This is what our parents do. They don't care about us. You got to understand something. A lot of people, and I'm not speaking we got to understand, we got to separate the real from the fake. I'm only talking about the fake. You got to understand something. Black people in general, we have not been shown what love is. We have not. Our parents don't know what love is. They don't. And as a matter of fact, our parents are demons. They're not even our parents. They're not even real people. These people want to see you fail. Not only do our parents want to see us fail, they want to kill us. They don't want us to be here. That's what y'all have to understand. We make them look bad. Then on top of that, we come from God. God done took us under our wings. So guess what? You really finna be under spiritual attack now due to the fact that you know the person that wants you to worship them no longer can control you. Because certain people, they don't want you to love them. They want you to worship them. And this is what goes on with a lot of single black mothers in the black community. They won't worship. And that's what you got to understand. You're failing your son by treating him like the man that left you. You failing your son by not loving him. You're failing your son. It's bad enough our daddy done walked out. But this the thing. We ain't got no choice but to live. We ain't got no choice but to grow up in this household with this evil, vindictive, this control, this narcissistic, this unaccountability, this nasty, sick, twisted psychopath for a mother. And a lot of people ain't ready to talk about this. A lot of people grew up, and this the thing, psychopaths. That's never going to sit right with people. That's never going to sit right with people. You already got to understand something. We already done lost our father. He's gone. So this the thing. We have it okay, but now because our dad's gone, okay, we don't care about dad no more. My mom's going to take care of me. Once you, this the thing. Once you have that, once you realize, once you say, okay, you know what, my daddy left, you're going to have to force to accept your mother. This is for people that's young. You're going to have to force. But what you don't know is your mother is a completely twisted and broken person. Your mother is the reason why your father left. She's going to make it seem like she's going to try to make it seem like your father is the reason why she left him. But no, you got to understand something. Sometimes your mother is the reason why everything is going wrong. You have to understand something. As a black man, we watch our mothers. We watch a lot of men leave our own mothers. And then on top of that, as we get older, our own mother's going to watch us leave them. So not only are you losing your husband, you losing your boyfriends, you losing every man that's entering your life. And you want to know why? Because you're not a good person. This is the thing. You got a lot of people not ready to talk about this, but y'all mothers are completely evil. And this the thing. You're gonna, as you get older, it's a set of rules you have to follow. It's a set of rules that you have to conform to. If you're dealing with if you come from a narcissistic background, it's a set of rules you have to follow. Basically, you got to conform to me. If Robert conform to me, if Robert allow me to treat him with disrespect, if Robert allow me to slander his name, if Robert allow me to lie on him, if Robert allow me to shame him and conform to him, and if Robert worship me, because this is the thing, I don't want Robert to look at me as I'm his mother. I want him to worship the feet that I walk on. I want him to kiss my feet. I want this man I want Robert to be, I want to create Robert to the point to where he can never go outside of this administration seeking other people, because I want Robert all to myself. I want this man to become so codependent. I want to enslave him. This isn't my son. This is a slave to me. Every guy left me. So guess what? Fuck this child. If this child does not do what I say, I'm going to try to destroy him at all costs. And this is how narcissistic mothers think. The goal is to create a codependent individual so that you can never experience individuality. The day you experience individuality, you start thinking for yourself and feeling for yourself. That's the day God gonna take you under his wing. Let me tell you something, and let me tell y'all something. A lot of men that's dealing with let me tell y'all something. A lot of men that's dealing with narcissistic mothers, if you dealing with one, you're not going to find out your mother's true colors until you say no. Say no to your mother. Say, Mom, I don't want to live my life how you want to live. I want to do my own thing. You're going to see a shift in your mother. She's going to change. She's going to go from sweet, innocent little girl to just straight demonic, devilish attack mode. She hates you. The day you tell your mother no, the day you tell your parents no, the day you tell people no in general, they're going to catch amnesia, and their true colors going to come out. This is the thing. If you want to know somebody is a righteous or wicked individual, all you have to do is tell them no and look at their reaction. Tell your mom no and watch how she reacts to you. Watch how she reacts. If she rage, you're done for. This is what we have to deal with. But it's not just a black thing. This is what men have to deal with in general. That's what, and nobody wants to talk about it because guess what? Men are too scared to talk about it. It takes a real man to talk about it. In order for one to talk about it, one must be healed. And this is the thing. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. I'm not afraid to put myself on a front street. You can see the pain in my eyes. You can hear the pain in my voice. I'm human too. I'm powerful, but I'm human. You can take a real good look at Robin and say, I can see, I see the pain in his eyes. He's strong, but I see the pain in his eyes. I can see it. You can literally see the pain in my eyes. That just tell you how strong of an individual I am. I hurt just like everybody else hurt. It hurts. But it's the world. You're gonna have to deal with it. This is our life. This is our lifehood. This is what we grew up around. Unfortunately, we was brought into a world where we wasn't loved and we wasn't shown how to love. And that broke us. And that's what made us hate each other. We really don't hate each other. We just don't know how to love each other. Yes, and this is the thing. Guess what? This is the thing. Guess who's responsible? The parents. We have to take accountability once we get older, but guess what? You got to understand something. We was once children. We didn't have nobody to look after us. Then nobody looked after us. We was at home getting beat up. We was getting home. Black people go through so much stuff on a daily basis and have been through so much traumatic experience. They take it to the grave. We take this stuff to the grave. You have no idea what we've been through. We taking it to the grave. Because guess what? We feel as though nobody cares about us anyway because of what our parents didn't care about us. So we went to go seek love elsewhere. It's just something to think about. I'm telling you, this is why. This is why. I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Yeah, stay blessed. Yeah, but like I say, you got to be strong. You gonna have to. You got to learn. People got to learn to accept the things that they cannot change. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. God bless.